I have sitting with me now a young author, Sadhana. She is a student in a school, a very brilliant student, ambitious, and daughter of parents who encourage her to go forward in life, in all spheres of life. And she has written this book and presented this to me. I am yet to read it, but I am sure it must be good. So I thought I would just ask her a few questions about the book and what inspired her to write the book. So Sadhana, welcome.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Tell me, how did the idea of writing a book come to your mind?
Honestly, when I was cycling in my apartment, when I saw
Yeah, you can take your tea also.
when I was cycling and the water from an air condition was dripping down, I suddenly thought of the waterfall that is a part of this book. And then I was like, why not make a girl go down it and make it into a story? So that is what inspired me.
Great, very great. And after finishing the book, after publishing it, how do you feel?
I honestly feel very honored and privileged that I have my own book of mine. This is not something that everyone can do. I really hope that everyone enjoys it and encourages me for my future works.
Okay. I would certainly not ask you the story of the book. That would not be fair on my part. But can you give us some idea of what the book is about? What is it that should attract a person to read the book?
My book conveys the message of don't judge a book by its cover, because initially the person who attacks the main character ends up changing his ways at the end of the book. So I want my readers to take away that not everyone is the same of what they do.
Okay. Your name is Sadhana. What is the meaning of Sadhana?
Sadhana in Tamil actually means want to achieve.
Sadhana is achievement, yeah.
Yes, sadhana.
Of course. In Tamil we say sadhanai.
Yes.
In Sanskrit we say sadhana. So sadhana means achievement. Okay. So your parents have given you a name which itself is very inspiring.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. All right. How do you relate this activity to your studies? Does it take you away from studies or does it bring you closer to your studies?
The main reason I wrote this book was to prove myself that I could do well in studies.
Okay.
Because when I first wrote about one of my family members, everyone was like, it's not good. So I had to prove myself and I ended up writing the story and it does develop into a movie.
Okay. So it was a challenge
Yes.
and you faced that challenge.
Yes.
How important do you think challenges are in life?
Challenges are something I face every day, I would say. Like fighting with my brother or scoring well in an exam. Challenges are something I face directly and learn from it every day.
So that means one should not be scared of challenges.
Yes, learn to face it face to face.
Yeah. In a way, what you are saying is that we go forward in life because of challenges.
Yes.
So we should not hesitate, we should not shy away from challenges.
We need to learn from it and correct our ways as we face more.
Okay, okay. What is the reaction of your parents, your relatives, your friends about your writing a book?
My friends actually were really impressed that I got to have my own book and they were like, sure, I'll read it and I'll tell you this. My parents are really happy that I was able to know this and I thank them too for giving me this opportunity. And people all around me and people I know were really happy to see me this way and encourage me to do that.
Did any of your teachers rebuke you saying when I did write the book, how dare you tell me? Nobody said that.
No.
Okay. Okay. And what are your future plans now? Are you planning to write more?
Actually, I have started working on the next part of this book, so it should be ready in 2 weeks.
It doesn't interfere with your studies.
Yeah, it
Doesn't. Okay. How do you schedule your writing in such a way that you are able to find time for studies and you are able to find time for this also?
I usually sit late at night and write the ideas down, and whenever I have free time on the weekends, I just type it out and then I go whenever I have thoughts.
Great. That's very great. I think you should be followed as an example by others. See, you are a young girl, you are a young Indian, and you are one of those people who is going to take the country forward. You are the future of the country. So, at a time when many youngsters might be spending their times only watching serials and sometimes gossiping around, you are using your time more fruitfully, and you are doing things which are creative. When you write a book, does it change your attitude towards life?
It actually does, because I see myself in some of the characters of the book. I convey the message of the mistakes that I had made, and to my readers to not to tell them that to not make the same mistake and take something away from it.
Okay. Now, before you started writing, you would have read books.
Yes.
Now also you must be reading books. Does becoming an author change your style of reading and your attitude towards books?
No, it doesn't actually. I still reread the series I've read, like Harry Potter, Percy Jackson. I read them over again, and it helps me take away more than last time to work into my.
So you become more perceptive.
Yes.
So as an author, because you have been yourself trying to do certain things, so your mind becomes more perceptive about how to describe scenes, and yeah, that's very good. Okay, now I'll ask you one last question only. Given an option, do you see yourself, or would you dream yourself as a great author, or a great and successful scientist, or a very rich person, very successful person? So where does this profile of an author fit into all these different possibilities that future might hold for you?
In the future, we all don't know what may happen. So I just only wish to continue the art of writing books and use it to be happy and successful at the same time.
Great. What would you like to say the youngsters of your age group, maybe slightly older, slightly younger, your message to them?
Don't stress over things. Whatever is supposed to happen will happen. If challenges come your way, face them, and don't be shy to accept your mistakes and learn to move on.
Thanks a lot for coming.
Thank
It has
you.
been great pleasure.
Yes, thank you.
It would have been about